Good morning and a very warm welcome. You're watching JanataTelevision and this is the English Bulletin with me, Sushant Dhakal. The top stories first. Ruling Alliance members agree to expand cabinet soon. Leaders discuss government's common minimum program. House panel tells government to conduct exams with caution. Those missing exams this time will be allowed to sit for exams next year. COVID-19 cases rising in the country. Number of active cases climbs to 29,000. Bus accident kills at least 18 in North India. Most of the victims are said to be migrant workers. And Nepali swimmer Gaurika Singh creates a new national record at the Olympics, beats her old record by half a second. And now the news in detail. The ruling alliance has agreed to give a full shape to the Council of Ministers soon. A meeting of top leaders for the alliance held at the Prime Minister's official residence in Balwatar took a decision to this regard. The meeting agreed to expand the Council of Ministers soon, informed Nepali Congress General Secretary Purna Bahadur Khadka. The meeting also discussed about bringing the government's common minimum programs. The leaders also agreed to hold consultations among the alliance members while making government appointments. Top leaders from different political parties advised Nepali Congress President and Prime Minister Sherbadu Deuba about the government operation. The gathering also reviewed the government's performance. Representatives from the NC, CPN Maoist Center, Janata Samajwadi Party Nepal, Rashtriya Janamorcha Nepal and CPN-UML's senior leader Madhav Kumar Nepal were present in the meeting. The Education and Health Committee of the House of Representatives has directed the government to ensure that higher-level examinations are conducted only by following the health safety protocols. A report.
Examination Board Member Secretary Durga Prasad Aryal said separate home center has been managed for the infected candidates. He added that those candidates who will not be able to sit for the exam this time can appear in the next exam for a doctor, nurse and medicine at the exam center. She added that the health safety standards should be fully followed and separate classrooms should be managed for the infected candidates. The National Examinations Board is conducting the Class 12 examination on August 15 while the undergraduate degree exams are currently underway. Committee members Giriraj Mani Pokhrel, Vidya Bhattrai, Man Bahadur BK, Mankumari GC, Anjana Bisakhe among others suggested the government to conduct the examinations by putting in place all measures to protect the students from infection. In the meeting, Secretary at the Ministry of Education, Science and Technology, Ramprasad Thapalia, said the examination would be conducted as per the suggestions of the committee. He said although teaching learning is best conducted through virtual means, it was not found effective in the remote rural areas due to internet issues.
This is Janata Bulletin. We'll be right back after a short break. Welcome back after the break. We continue with other national news. The government yesterday reported 3,840 new cases of COVID-19 in the country. The result was confirmed from 15,808 tests, including 10,886 PCR and 4,922 antigen tests carried out in various laboratories across the country. This takes the caseload of COVID-19 to 688,307 through PCR tests and 58,350 from antigen tests. Likewise, during the reference period, 1,993 people recovered from the disease. With this, a total of 649,072 people have recovered from the coronavirus in the country. The recovery rate is 94.3% according to the Ministry of Health and Population. Meanwhile, 33 people succumbed to COVID-19 yesterday, taking the death toll to 9,791 across the country. The fatality rate in Nepal stands at 1.5%. The number of active cases in the country has increased to 29,444. And now the news from the economic front. The Nepal Telecommunications Authority has endorsed the work procedure to use a new technology, including the trial of 5G, the fifth generation mobile network. A meeting of the NTA board held a few days ago endorsed the work procedure about the test of new technology. The NTA's move has paved the way for using the 5G wireless internet service in the country. Chair of country's telecommunications regulatory body, Purushottam Khanal, confirmed that the work procedure for the trial of 5G had been prepared. Now, service providers can apply for its trial. The application requires the details about the test modality, information about a new technology, trial site, and frequency description required for the test, proposed services and its process, schedule of the network installation and the operation, and an action plan. The NTA will provide free frequency for maximum 1 year for the trial use. During the test period, the NTA will not charge the service recipients. The service providing companies are required to include both rural and urban areas for the trial service. Time for a short break here at Janata Bulletin. Stay tuned for international news. Welcome back. Now the international news. At least 18 migrant workers died after a truck crashed into their bus in the northern Indian state of Uttar Pradesh. Their 1,300-kilometer-long journey from Haryana to their home state of Bihar was cut short when the bus broke down in Barabanki district. Some of the workers were still in the bus while others were sleeping next to it when the accident happened in the early hours of Wednesday. Police told the BBC that the bus was overloaded beyond its capacity. Yamuna Prasad, superintendent of police in Barabanki, said some of the passengers decided to sleep next to the bus while the driver looked for a mechanic to fix the vehicle. The bus probably broke down because it had about 140 passengers when its capacity was just 65, he said, adding that the police were assisting the families of the victims. At least 30 people, some of whom are critically injured, have been admitted to hospitals in Barabanki. You're watching Janata Bulletin, and now the latest from the world of sports. Nepali swimmer Gaurika Singh has broken her own record in swimming in 2021 Summer Olympics underway in Tokyo. In the heat held for 100 meters freestyle yesterday, Singh completed the race with a timing of 1 minute and 1/10 of a second to come third among four competitors. Abiola Ogunbanwo of Nigeria topped the heat with a timing of 59.74 seconds. As a result, Singh failed to qualify further in the event. The Nepali flag bearer in the Tokyo Olympics, Singh holds the national record in 100 meters freestyle with a timing of 1 minute and 60 parts of a second. This is Singh's second participation in the Olympics following the Rio 2016 Summer Olympics, where she was the youngest competitor at 13 years old. We're at the end of Janata Bulletin, and the headlines once again. Ruling Alliance members agree to expand cabinet soon. Leaders discuss government's minimum common program. House panel tells government to conduct exams with caution. Those missing exams this time will be allowed to sit for exams next year. COVID-19 cases rising in the country. Number of active cases climbs to 29,000. Bus accident kills at least 18 in North India. Most of the victims are said to be migrant workers. And Nepali swimmer Gaurika Singh creates a new national record at the Olympics, beats her old record by half a second. And that's all from the English News Desk for today. You can follow Janata Television and our programs on various social media platforms, including on our website, janatasamachar.com. Keep watching Janata Television. Namaste.